Adobe's Christmas update is leaving very soon. Here is everything you need to do before the Christmas update actually leaves the game. Number one is go and spend your gingerbread. Now this one is normally pretty obvious, but every single year people always forget. And then I always get people commenting saying, oh, I forgot to spend my gingerbread. Here's a good technique on what you should go and spend it on. This right here is a value list of every winter pet from Adobe in 2025. From the Valley website called adoptfrom.me. By searching up winter 2025, it literally shows you the values of every single Christmas pet. This will go and help you get an understanding of what pets you should be going and buying with your gingerbread to go and maximize your amount of profit if that is what your intention is when going and playing and trading. For example, if you want to go and get the best value, then you'd be better off buying a Samoyed over going and buying a turtle dove because there is a significant value difference even though it's practically the same price. The same as the cozy mistletoe and the Maine Coon, there is very high demand on the Maine Coon and it's the same price as the cozy mistletoe. So if I was you, I would go and prefer to go and purchase Maine Coons. Obviously values are subject to change. They go and change daily. In fact, they go and change practically every single minute. But the highest value and the best demand is actually a snowball pug, which brings me on to tip number 2. Going and getting a snowball pug. Now I imagine most of you guys probably have a bunch of these yarn beanies, right? And the thing is, I just forget to go and use them. I probably have enough yarn beanies to go and actually get myself one of these things. Now the good thing about the yarn beanie is that if you don't go and end up using them, they actually go and convert into a cute piece of pet wear. This is it on my Bat Dragon, so realistically if you don't end up going and using every single yarn beanie, it's not the end of the world. You'll end up with a bunch of pretty decent, nice looking pet wear which has a rare rarity. But if you're close to going and getting one of these snowball pugs, go and get it before the Christmas event goes and ends. And obviously the other way to go and get a free yarn beanie is by going and completing your daily task board. Do 3 tasks and you will literally go and get another free yarn beanie. So if you're like 1 yarn beanie off, go and do that task. The number 3 of my tip, there is a lot of value in the winter 2025 pets and stickers and toys and the items category. For example, the tree decorating animated sticker is worth a value of 2.1. Basically, the equivalent of 2 ride potions in value for an animated sticker. Now that is very, very good. Now what are the other things that are valuable? Well, the other things include the legendary Santa copter. I haven't actually realized that that item was even legendary. It does, however, cost you a ton of gingerbread, which isn't great. But the other rare items with high demand are the Aberdeen Angus boxes. I always advise going and stocking up on pet boxes because once they've left the game, you can't get any more, sort of thing. Or if you want, you can go and trade your yarn beanies. They do maintain a pretty decent amount of value. As for the other things, these are just the stats of every other item. The sticker packs don't maintain much value. It's normally pretty difficult to go and trade sticker packs, I'll be honest with you, because not many people go and collect them. But this is everything else. Is there much else? The holly leash, all of this is from like the advent calendar sort of thing. But what I would focus on going and getting is a Santa copter because the value for the amount of gingerbread is actually pretty decent. If you have Robux, the Frosty Mega Neon Glow is actually a really nice Mega Neon Glow. But for me, I'm actually going to go and spend my gingerbread and try and get this animated sticker. So tip number 4 is go and spend your gingerbread on items like this and try and get it. Obviously, the odds of going and getting the animated sticker are 1 in 200, meaning on average I'd have to spend 200,000 gingerbread. Now, if you wanted to go and do the calculations, you could probably realistically just buy like a couple Santa copters and trade it straight for the animated sticker if that is what you want. But on this occasion, I'm just gonna go and spend exactly all of my gingerbread on these stickers and hope that I go and get the animated one, because I try collecting animated stickers and I think it's something which is pretty fun to go and collect. So I'm gonna go and open up a bunch of these. Now, as for tip number 5, these things aren't really featured on any value websites, but these items for your house are normally good. Now, in past, we have seen items from events, for example, the cookie jar biscuit, go and get traded for multiple legendaries. In fact, I've seen people trade neon legendaries for one singular piece of house furniture, which is kind of crazy. So, I would expect that the value on some of these items, for example, the New Year's Eve disco ball, will probably go up in value. It's an animated item for your house, it glows, it's a disco ball, it sounds fun. And it's only 3,000 gingerbread, so if I was you, go and stock up on the... Oh my... No. That's actually ridiculous. That's actually insane. Oh, no way. No way. The odds are 1 in 200. I just got the animated sticker that I have been chasing for weeks. Since this sticker pack came out, I have probably opened over 100 packs. And that is insane. That is actually insane that we just got the animated sticker, which is worth so much in value. 2.1 with a very high demand. I was getting close to having to go and trade for one of these things. Wow. Wow, my luck has just turned itself around. Look, the odds are 0.05. That's crazy. Now, the other pieces of furniture that I advise you go and buy are these little stars. I think these little stars are really cute, especially like this little crystal star. It's really affordable. People like Christmas things. That's insane. I'm still shocked that I just got a 1 in 200 odds pull. Like, how did I just do that? I don't know. As for the other toys and things, I don't think these will necessarily go up in value, but something like this, if someone loves humbugs, then yeah, I advise going and buying a couple of each item. Now, Adopt Me's last Christmas admin abuse is on Saturday, the 3rd of January. Adopt Me technically called it the last admin abuse, and lots of people were concerned, is Adopt Me quitting admin abuse? No. What they meant by the last is that it's the last Christmas admin abuse, okay? So admin abuse is going to be continuing afterwards, after Christmas in the new year, but you just won't get gingerbread, is what Adopt Me meant. So, the admin abuse, 5 p.m., January the 3rd. Going and joining this will most likely go and give you a ton of gingerbread. They normally give away like 40,000 worth of gingerbread for free. So, if I was you, tip number 6 is go and join the admin abuse. If you want free gingerbread, if you want free boxes, they normally give away free pets as well. Last time they let you vote for the pets and you got free pets and stuff like that. Then I advise you go and join the admin abuse. It really doesn't take long. You could probably literally just like AFK the event and you'd still get free stuff. So I'd advise going and doing that. The other events happening is obviously the Adopt Me 2D Tuesday. You get a 2D box. Now that's on the 6th of January, which I think is after the Christmas update ends, because there's a timer on the left hand side of the screen saying the event ends in 4 days, meaning I think the end release date is January the 5th at like 4 p.m. is when this ends. Now there will, as a 7th tip, be an extra area to go and spend your leftover gingerbread. They always have a winter wagon where you can go and spend any leftover gingerbread that you have forgotten to spend, and that will be normally available for 1 week after the event. So if you do coincidentally forget, sometimes they only have a limited amount of stock in it, so I would make sure you do that. Now, for tip number 8, this is something that I completely forgot to be going and doing myself, and I highly advise you go and do it. Now, you might be confused by, oh wait, I got a pet? Holy cow, bro, my day is so lucky. Imagine it's like the rarest one, an icy porcupine. Okay, I'll take it. That's crazy. Bro, am I like really lucky today? I got the animated thing, and then I just got a pet. What the world? Anyway, this right here is called the Pudding House Quest. If you complete 450 tasks, you go and get this tree Sasquatch. Now, if you are close to going and completing this, then I advise you make sure you complete it, okay? Imagine you realize that you're like 5 tasks away from finishing it. and then you only realize that after Christmas. You then can't go and continue this quest after the Christmas update, meaning whatever stage your house is at, you can't go and upgrade it. Meaning if you're like 5 needs away from getting a free tree Sasquatch, you cannot go and then get it, okay? So if you want this tree Sasquatch, then you have to go and complete the quest now, because afterwards the quest is going to be completely gone forever, and you won't be able to go and upgrade it, and you won't be able to go and claim this pet. Now, the tree Sasquatch is actually possibly one of the most undervalued pets from the update. If you head on to Adopt From Me, which is the value website, we can see a tree Sasquatch is worth 0.27 in value, which is absolutely insane. Let's go and check out the Mega Neon version. It's only worth 4 ride potions. For a pet that would take you so long to go and get, it's kind of insane to me that it doesn't maintain that much value. 4.25 in Mega Neon. So if I was you, I think this is an undervalued pet. I advise going and trying to trade for one now. Pets like this probably will continue to rise in value. Look, it's a cute pet. It's a Christmas tree. It's got baubles on it. It's funny. It's got a star. It lights up. It's a lovely neon. I can see a lot of people really wanting this in the future. If you don't have one now, go and get one as soon as possible. Now, the final other tip is if you have Robux and you want to go and get things, let's see if it's actually worth going and doing. So we're going to check out the base price. An Arctic Dusk Dragon is worth 6.5. Now, if you were to go and spend Robux, you could probably, let's just do the maths. These are 99 Robux each. So what we're going to do is get the 6.5 and divide it by 1.45. That means you'd need like 4.4. And obviously, you can't have 0.4 of a thing. So we're going to say buy 5 winter bunny swells, and you'd be able to have more value than an Arctic Dusk Dragon. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. Say you really want an Arctic Dusk Dragon, and you want to go and spend the Robux for it, right? What you'd be better off going and doing is buying 5. Now, the Arctic Dusk Dragon costs you 1,000 Robux, right? 1,000 is quite a bit. Here you see 1,000 Robux. This thing costs you 99. Why spend 1,000 Robux when you can spend 500 and you would be making a lose? I could end up basically buying 10 of these bunnies for the same price as 1 dragon, and I basically get 2 dragons. So if you are to go and spend Robux, I would try and do it strategically. Now what I mean is buy bunny swells. That's basically what I mean. If you want to get an Arctic Dusk Dragon, instead of spending 1,000 Robux buying the Arctic Dusk Dragon, spend 500 Robux on bunny swells and just trade it into Arctic Dusk Dragons. That way you can save Robux and get even more profit, and it's more affordable. Or if not, just keep the bunny swells, because I think these pets are probably going to be something that becomes maybe preppy or exotic in the future, and will probably keep on going and increasing in value because it's a cute pet and it looks. Now for tip number 10, if you forgot already, there is a way to go and get gingerbread while you're AFK, which is just by sitting on that train in the center of the map. By going and doing that, it will literally get you free gingerbread, 1,000 gingerbread every single like 10 minutes. So I advise you just go and do that. It's very easy, very simple, and you'll go and get a bunch of gingerbread. You can do it while AFK, and that way you can go and spend it on everything you need. This might be one of my luckiest ever videos I have ever done, so make sure you like it and subscribe. Apparently 60% of you guys watching haven't pressed the subscribe button, so go and do that right now, as it's completely free and easy to go and do. If you enjoyed this video, press the button on the right hand side of the screen to check out another video that YouTube thinks you'd like to watch next. And to check out my real life channel for non-gaming content, press the button in the bottom left. And for my value website, it's called adoptfrom.me. Go and check it out and use it as your daily value site.